What's up, guys? We're gonna talk. Alright, we're gonna talk about boundaries when it comes down to um, baby mama, baby daddy thing. That's really what my topics really be about outside of motivation. But we're gonna talk about boundaries. Alright, so boundaries. What is considered someone overstepping their boundaries? Alright. If you don't have children with that person, you don't have any children with that person, you can't speak on nobody within that circle. Let me give you an example, right? If I had deals with somebody, right? Or my child father had like if he had a baby mama that had deals with somebody else, whoever she was dealing with can't come to me talking about her, and can nobody that I once dealt with can go to my child father talking about me. At the end of the day, ain't gonna be none of that shit. I'm gonna tell you why I say it like that, right? Because especially if you 9 times out of 10 the person's not coming with no balance or no peace. Don't get me wrong, let me tell you how I know, because I have once put myself in that position and I had to learn from the situation myself. You understand what I'm saying? And had I not experienced it myself or been that person on the outskirts, I probably would have never seen it in that way. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just one of them situations where it's just like that. Now, if it's a situation where I have, let's just say I have a child with somebody else. Let's say I had a child with somebody else, right? And I have another child with this person, right? The new baby daddy can't speak on what the other baby daddy got going on. He really can't. That's boundaries. And it's vice versa. He can't say nothing about what he got going on. Their only objective is the child and child only. You understand what I'm saying? If you want to get a little bit deeper, let's just say a woman has 2 different baby daddies and she deals with somebody else. He can't speak on neither one of these people. And that's vice versa for a female. Now, if he there to step in for the child, and that's what he doing, that's what he doing. But don't be months down the line talking about, well, I'm not with you, so I don't have to deal with the child anymore. You know what the fuck you signed up for. It take a village to raise a child, so why would you sign up for something that you wasn't going to complete? Period. This how boundaries get be crossed, because sometimes women, we get emotional, and you gotta be mindful, ladies. Y'all get in relationship with other men and they catch you at a real bad time where you just really didn't see your worth, and they manipulate that for things to go in their favor. And now you mad at this person, the new person mad at you for having a baby with somebody way before you even knew they even exist. And some will go so deep, if the shit don't work, they'll go and try to slide in and tell all the little conversations and add a little stank to it, to your baby daddies. So that, because they can't get you to stop fucking with them, they're going to try to get them to stop fucking with you, leaving you to take care of your child on your own. Some bitch ass shit. I'm telling you. That's a bitch move. And then don't let it be when a family involved, because you got certain situations where the family, let's say you dealing with a dude and their family always in their shit. Their family will try to talk to your baby daddy or shit like that. Shit get messy like that. And that's where you have to ask, like, bitch, who told you could talk to my baby daddy like that? That's not your family. Let me tell you why I said it. My friend that I always talked about that's no longer here, right? Her first child that's no longer here, God rest both of their souls, right? She had a child by a dude who had 10 plus children. You know what I'm saying? And one of the mothers, she had before she had more. But the relationship that my friend had with the other mother was like this. They had a bond like this. That was one of the first time I ever seen anything like that. They had something in common. They had the same father to their children. You know what I'm saying? And their kids played with each other. They were all cool. You understand what I'm saying? Because they already knew what type of baby father they had. And you got situations where baby fathers don't like that, where their baby mamas are friends. They don't like that because they can't fuck on one person behind the other one back. You got situations like that. They can't manipulate the situation the way it is. They're not doing it out of a mature state of mind. That's the reason why a lot of situations be like that. But, you know what I'm saying? You do have situations where, like, if it's about the kids, then let it be about the kids. You know what I'm saying? If you cool with that person, it's okay to be cool with that person for the sake of the kids. You know what I'm saying? Some people take it further than that. They end up going on vacations, kicking it and all that different types of stuff. I don't know about that yet. Them baby steps I gotta take. But I would say this, you know what I'm saying, for the sake of the kids, as far as spending time and getting to know each other as siblings, that's what you're supposed to do. But you know, you got some that feel some type of way because they feel like, why did you even have a child around the same time that I had my baby? Your vagina ain't got nothing to do with how the other person's vagina operate. Okay? And God make no mistakes in the situation. And before you be like, oh, now she want to put God in it. Well, who created you then? The devil? I'm just trying to make sure now. So, before we get to raising our hands, making all these opinions and what we think or what this and that and the other, you got to look at the situation for what it is. And I've been preaching this same song for I don't know how many years, and it's been the same old thing. Oh, she just trying to, well, she shouldn't, and then it's because outsiders who did not even have a child with your child father making all these opinions, when they slick want to fuck on your child father, y'all better know who y'all fucking friends are. Because let me tell you now, I don't care what the situation might be. I don't care what the situation might be. People be very, very cautious about how much they say about my child father around me. Friends, family, co-worker, I don't care. I don't care. The only time the other ones are involved is if he involved them other ones. Other than that, all this, oh, girl, I just wouldn't, I wouldn't trust that. Bitch, who asked you? You got a child by him? Keep your thoughts and your opinions to yourself. That is not your family. Let me say it again. That is not your family. Let me say it one more time. That is not your family. So you don't have no room, no space, no nothing to say anything about anybody that's not your family. That's not your family. That's not your family. I had to make sure I said enough for it to hurt. And folks be rolling. You supposed to choke on that call. And who got time to be hearing what you got to say? Your opinions don't matter. Because at the end of the day, when that mama got to look for some milk, need a ride somewhere, she ain't got no car, need her car fixed, if car need to be fixed, need food in the house, bitch, you going to be somewhere in the next nigga face. If not, trying to be in her baby daddy face. That's why I say people be very cautious about what they say. Female especially. Be very cautious about what you say about my child father. Be very cautious. Because in my mind, I'm going to assume that you trying to keep him from being there for his child. Once again, it's one of them situations. It's not about a nigga. It's about the child. And here you come bringing big bald-headed ass in here, making all these opinions and statements when they ain't got nothing to do with you. Whether it's to me, whether it's to any one of them other mothers. And I honestly feel like, I ain't trying to tell any other, all the other mothers what to do, but I feel like that's just how you should think. You get too comfortable telling some of these females, y'all friends and this and any other, what your baby daddy be doing and this and any other, they gonna feel like it's grounds for them to go on and, slide. You know what I'm saying? Now, if that's what he want to do, you know what I'm saying, and y'all ain't together, then shit, you can't really do nothing about that. It's the, oh, well, I wouldn't let him do this for the child and this and that and the other. That's what you got to worry about. That's the thing. You got to worry about whether he gonna say something, if she gonna say something to him concerning the child. That's the grounds of don't let me catch you outside type of thing. And I guess they're supposed to, you know, some females, they be like, I ain't worried about it because, see, I'm concealed and this and that and the other. Bitch, you ready to shoot over a nigga and it's about my child? You're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. You lost already. Stay in your lane only. Now, if he put a baby in you, then you can speak. Because now you part of the tribe now. Now you get to feel what we going through. You have all grounds to say what you got to say concerning your child and your child only. But the meantime, between time, and it's not your place to sit around and be talking about, oh, what he shouldn't be doing for the other kids and this and that and the other. Now, if it's a situation where he's doing more for the others and he's doing nothing for yours, then you say something. Because it's still pertaining to your child. You letting them know, hey, I'm not sleeping on this situation. Don't think I'm napping on what you're doing. I see everything. The mothers is not who I have a problem with. It's the people on the outside who don't have kids. Y'all on the outside of the circle with all these damn opinions. Shut the fuck up. If you just want to have sex with him, just say that. But don't involve in nobody's household when concerning their child, because they ain't nothing to do with you. That have nothing to do with you. If you don't have no kids with him, then you shouldn't be. Well, you know, you on the sign. This how you look. Well, you know, with no kids now, you ain't got no kids by this man. You know, you should. I don't blame you for not helping this one because, you know, at least this one is doing this. Bitch, your whole womb empty, but you got everything to say. Shut up. Be quiet. We don't have the same kind of struggles. You can't speak on nothing. Period. Now, if the baby mamas get into it, in a sense, because their kids are family, that's a family affair. You're not family. Now, if it's a situation where, you know, a baby mama sleeping with the child father, or whatever the case might be, you know what I'm saying? You know what you signed up for. You know, sister, you get mad at all these other women. You know what you signed up for. You'll be a fool to sit there and think that you didn't see that coming. You will got to. You know, sister, being on blood pressure medicine, you know what you signed up for. Now, if he married to you, he loyal to you, he's supposed to be loyal to you. Y'all made a vow. That's different. But you still know what you signed up for. Now, if you know you got a loyal one at home and you just dealing with one of them baby mamas that just straight up and down disrespectful, like I said, that's a family affair. Outsiders don't have no place or no opinions to say on nothing. You supposed to put your big girl panties on and speak on that shit. Hey, what's she doing calling you at 3-4 o'clock in the morning, dog? Do she not know you a married man now? You better say something or I will. Because at this point, you the wife. You understand what I'm saying? But if you're not a wife and you just something, you know, he just screwing on, you really don't have nothing to say. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's get to these fellas. You got fellas out there that be feeling some type of way. They feel like, oh, I didn't step in this person's life. You know what I'm saying? I done married this person. She got a baby daddy. I'm stepping in to be the father of this child. You know, okay, you got rights to speak on it if there's a reason to speak on it. It's the same thing for the wife, same thing for the husband. They're doing something disrespectful, that's when you speak on it. But you first got to give that person the opportunity to correct the situations, to set that boundary. Once that person has set that boundary, ain't no sense to keep going on. If that person showing you no evidence of infidelity in any type of no form of fashion, you just going crazy. That's what it looks like. If it's a situation where that person just keep disrespecting the home and your spouse ain't doing nothing about it, and you done told them, hey, you ain't gonna say nothing, I'm gonna say something. You know what I'm saying? Then, okay. But just jumping in their head first without getting all the information, that shit create something that don't even need to be there. Just being honest. Now, fellas who step in, but you're not married to that person. Okay? You don't have no space, really, to try to create division between a child and their father because you feel emasculated. You know what you signed up for. And it be so crazy because you got folks really feeling like they got to get justice. What you getting justice for? Where is the injustice? And for fellas who don't, who got kids, and I want you to hear me on this. It's kind of like this, all right? Your baby mama dating a dude, right? And she no longer dealing with that dude, but he comes to you telling you all type of stuff about your baby mama. Your baby mama, somebody you have to deal with for the next 18, 25 years, longer. This outsider, because it's considered an outsider, because you had nothing to do with that situation, they feel like that they got just as much power as everybody else, because they came in for 15 minutes. And yeah, I use 15 minutes because you weren't married to that person. That person wasn't married to your baby mama. They were just courting. They were just dating. They were just talking. They feel like they have just as much power as everybody in the room. No. Because if you allow, let me tell you fellas something, and I'm talking to the fathers like this. If you allow that type of stuff to happen, you telling that person they can tell you how to be a father to your child. That's no different from what us mothers go through when it comes down to the women that y'all deal with that don't have kids by you. That's no different. The same way you feel when a nigga come in trying to turn your baby mama away from you. They're not really they're not asking about the child or anything. They just really want to hit. They just want to hunch on your baby mama. That's really what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? They're not even fighting for the child. They just really, because when they see the child, they barely even speak. If the birthday came around, they ain't gonna wish him a happy birthday. But they feel like they got enough power to bring just as much hell in a situation. And fellas, y'all got, and I'm not talking to the father, I'm talking to the ones who step in and spread so much gossip concerning somebody else's baby mama. Man, y'all got to understand. Don't do that. It's really disrespectful. It's really disrespectful. I don't care if they ain't talking, they don't get along, no nothing. It's just some shit you don't do. That shit dangerous. Because it's not even about the woman. It's not even about the woman. It's not even about the situation itself. It's about the principle. That's really what it's about. In the man's eye, let me tell you how it look in the father's eye for you fellas on the outskirts. Okay? You're not married to this person, you were just courting, you were just dating. You thought you were doing something by clowning this man, baby mama, all type of shit. Let me tell you something. I'm just gonna keep this shit a buck. Let me tell you something. That shit's so disrespectful. And it just crossed all levels of principles. Let me tell you why it is. It's like that because it's not about the situation. It's about how that father looks in front of their child. And they'd be damned they'll let you emasculate them in front of their child. Not in front of their seed. Not in front of their seed. The same seed that they busting their ass to feed. You got so much opinion. That's a dangerous game. That's a dangerous ass game. And I'm not saying all of this because I want y'all to restrict who you listen to, who you vibe with, who you communicate with, who you are a fan of. I'm not saying all this, man. I'm saying this because this is the type of stuff that go through mother's head, and this is the type of shit that go through a father's head. And that's why people on the outside, they feel some type of way about having kids, but they don't see where they were crossing boundaries. Or maybe they do, but they feel like they don't want to go through, they don't want to reap the karma that they've been putting out for so long. So they don't want to put themselves in a position where it happens to them. But little do you know, it's gonna come, karma gonna come either way how it come. If God does that, wants you to have a child, it's gonna happen. Whether you want that shit to happen or not, it's gonna happen if God says so. A lot of y'all didn't even know this. The lady, when the Roe versus Wade took place, you know, she still ended up having a child. She still in, but she gave the child away. That little girl didn't even know that she was a part of that case till she became an adult. You know how heartbreaking that is? And y'all out there with y'all picking signs. How would you feel? I don't know, I just talked about this too many times, but you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got the real deal. That got to be some embarrassing shit. And heartbreaking. I'm sure eventually she started feeling, you know, she kind of like understood. I don't know if she understood or not, y'all. I don't know her personally or anything like that. My heart go out to her if she's still experiencing any form of depression, any form of fashion in a sense when it comes down to that, you know. But some people are really suffering through a lot of things. They can be suffering through addictions, you know what I'm saying, poverty, all kind of things, you know what I'm saying. And then they circle themselves around a bunch of people who wanted to destroy that happiness or that joy. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't understand the whole idea of people feeling like they gotta go ham about somebody else's, you know what I'm saying, child, father, and mother. Man, when it comes down to co-parenting, stay out of it. Stay out of it. Now, if it's something that you've seen and it kind of remind you of a situation that you experienced, because I experienced a lot. I don't think it's too much of stuff I haven't experienced when it comes down to this situation here. You know what I'm saying? Every year is something new. And then something pops up. And then it reminds me of why I should speak on certain things. But, man, look. You don't have a child with that person, but you used to fool with them. That's another thing I need to speak on. You don't have a child by that person. You used to talk to them. They end up getting pregnant and stuff like that. Man, if you, anytime before that person, that woman or that man had a child, and you talking about it, people gonna just look at your ass crazy. Having a child, when kids be involved, it's a whole entire transformation. You have kids and you doing that, that tells me you having kids never changed you. That means you never matured. You still on that bullshit? That's how I think when people from my past come with that. Well, you know, Cherry used to, and Cherry used to go to these parties, and Cherry used to do this, and Cherry used to act like this when she was drunk. And this is all before I had a child. They still on that. And then the crazy part about it, they add a little sting to it, just so that it'll sound more amplified and more saucy when they say it, and it really don't make any fucking sense. And it's like, you need some kids, and if you don't have kids, you need to adopt some. You got to be bored. You have to be bored, and nothing gonna occupy your day even better than a child. Seriously. If having children ain't changed you, I don't know what to tell you. Notice, if I talk about anybody regarding my past, it's about business, music, shit like that. Marriage, babies. I don't care what level it's on. Ectopic pregnancy, miscarriage, anything dealing with a child. Anything outside of those situations is considered a karmic in my world. Karmic. What karmic mean? A person who represents a lesson. Karma is a lesson. People think karma is really a bad thing. Karma is really not a bad thing. It's only a bad thing if you haven't learned the lesson. People feel entitled to believe that they should be the one to teach you a lesson. You can't teach nobody no lesson you ain't learned from your own. You're still doing the same old shit. You never change. Every 10 years, things change. My child is 5. The next 5 years, folks gonna be still talking about some shit 20 years ago. Now you tell me who got the mental illness. Now I'm gonna wrap this up, but it's just one of them situations. It's a serious conversation because it's so mixed up and puzzling that this type of shit happens generation after generation after generation after generation after generation, and it happens so much and gets so confusing. The worse that it gets, and nobody gets down to the nitty gritty about the situation. The fact that I'm in this particular, doing this particular assignment, when it comes down to that, man, it led me no choice but to see, okay, this is where I was right at, this is where I was wrong at, this is where it stopped, okay, all right, so I see I need to do this, move this around, this need to be spoke on, blah, 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 blah. And it all narrows down to this: boundaries. Boundaries. And it's the same thing going on with these baby daddies, these baby mamas, especially these baby daddies. You know you got multiple kids out here, and you trying to get this baby mama to beef with this baby mama because you taking this conversation back to this baby mama talking about all the stuff that this baby mama talking about, and now this baby mama feel uncomfortable, and she doing everything she can just to make sure that shit work out. But you want to keep screwing on this one, but you got something to say about this. Man, shut up. Grow up. Too much of that, people gonna think you going through a midlife crisis. Cause your life is just fucking messy, and life should never be that hard. Now, as far as baby mamas, right? If you don't tell everything going on with your baby daddy situation, if you're not vocal when it comes down to the relationship with the kids and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And you're dealing with somebody who wants you to be vocal about it. Don't allow that person to make you feel bad by not being vocal about that. If you're uncomfortable to talk about it, they should understand that until you're ready to talk about it. But first you need to know if they're understanding. Because some people you got some folks that want to know your information so they can hold it against you, so you can feel like they're the only option, so they can mistreat you. Don't allow that energy to make you feel weak and less confident about the relationship your child has with his father. If he's not present, he's just not present. But you should be able to be open whenever you're comfortable. You understand what I'm saying? Don't let that person make you feel like you hiding something because you don't want to lay out all your issues out on the table with that person. Because let me tell you, energy don't lie. If you don't feel comfortable, it's a reason. It's a reason why you don't feel comfortable. Don't let nobody make you feel like you doing something wrong for not talking about everything. It's them. It's their energy. Energy don't lie. And if you're a person that just really not, you kind of fresh when it comes down to energy and how it works and this and that and the other, this is the best way to start off. Baby steps. Baby steps. You really love that person, you want to be with that person, you want to be open with that person, start baby steps. Don't tell them, don't lay out all your eggs. Sit out one egg and see what they do with it.
The block. Boom.
And make it sound deep.
The block. Boom.
And give it some time. If they take that egg, flip it on you and make you feel like complete shit after you done told them something and you know you didn't even tell them nothing deep. You just told them something small, but they made you feel, They made you feel like you this and Don't tell them shit else. Don't tell them shit else. They showed you what they were going to do with the information. They was going to break you down with it. If you a sapiosexual like myself, like you attracted to people due to the intellect and how you connect with that person, like a demisexual as well, like you emotionally attached to that person in some form or fashion, and they try to make you feel low about your decision when it come down to how you handle certain situations, leave. Bitch, run. Don't say nothing else. Don't deal with no person like that. Don't even consider marriage with that person. You want to be with somebody that you can be open with. You can be naked with clothes on with. The person make you feel like you have to go against your morals and values just to be with them and go against your child when it comes down to their relationship with their father. Fuck them. Don't deal with them. They toxic. And they think that shit cute. And it's not. You'll be toxic with them. And they gonna make sure of that. Because when you finally find your self-worth, you start looking at your mirror, you start recognizing yourself. And they see that you starting to recognize yourself. They gonna try to do whatever they can, try to knock you down a peg or two. In their mind. So that you won't leave them. They insecure. You don't want to be with nobody like that. You might have met them off like that because you were insecure too. You were insecure. That's why you got with them. Y'all was on the same vibration. But when you start raising your vibration and they refuse to change who they were, guess what they gonna do? They gonna try to fuck up every foundation, everything around you to keep you from growing. That is a textbook narcissist tactic to keep you stuck. I'm going to wrap it up. But I am going to say this. You know, for my ladies who don't know the signs of a person who is being narcissistic towards you. These are the main 3 signs that they are trying to manipulate your energy. It's gaslighting. All of it is gaslighting. They're going to start rubbing another female in your face. They're going to start rubbing another female in your face to try to get you to compete. Okay? They're going to start stalking you. Okay? And then they're going to start going behind the scenes to try to find ways to keep you isolated. So that if something crazy happens, it'll be ironic or coincidental, which is no such thing as coincidence, for you to run back to them when they don't want to give you all that hell in the first place. All of that is to keep you stuck with them. They are so insecure. They are so low. Okay? And in spirituality, they call them sewer mates. That's sewer mate energy. They will sit there and do whatever they can to make you feel like the bottom of the barrel. You walking, breathing, and living gold. But they want you to feel like shit. Scum. Because that's how they feel. Y'all be blessed.